but if I flip them both on, that turns on that lamp. So there are many ways how you can build this. For example, this diagonal works the same, and you can really hide it inside your inventions, because you can build it in almost any shape you can imagine. For example, this. The only important thing is that this torch powers that redstone, and this torch powers that redstone as well, and that redstone powers this torch. Then there are many alternative ways of doing it. This, for example, and so on and so forth. This is a cow. So this is an snore ledge. That might sound really complicated, but it's simple. That's it. It's similar to a clock, just that there are only two torches. So if I put a pulse here, it stays like that, and I put a pulse here, it stays like that as well. Basically, it saves 1 byte of memory, on or off, the right side or the left side. That's what it does. Then that's another way of doing it. And this, for example, is much more compact. I forgot to power it. So this torch powers that torch powers that. It's like a circle, just it is not on the ground, it's like this or like that, in that direction. So I do that, that, it just swaps states. And the way to connect that is this. The easiest way, you can just connect one wire up there and the other wire down here by a repeater, or just like this. It must be pointing towards this block though, otherwise it won't work. Let me show you. You can see it does nothing, because that redstone is not powering this block and that torch, potentially. Then there is this really special snore ledge invented by Sadblink, and you can see his video of it here. This, just click this link. It's basically a glitch in Minecraft. If I power this piston from below, it just stays like that, because this repeater is powering this block, and it powers the piston through this block somehow. And of course it also powers this redstone, which is our output. And then if I turn that repeater off, the piston retracts. Pretty simple. This is a more compact way of doing it. If you didn't understand before, it also works with redstone, but then I would need to have a repeater back here if the output wouldn't be just next to the piston. So that's all there is to it. The next thing is the pulse extender. And what this does, I put a short pulse in, an on-off pulse, and then it gives out a on pulls. This is a more complicated but more compact version of that over there, and I forgot to set this. You can see it's the same effect. This here is an R snore latch, and that thing back there is just a delay. So when this R snore latch flips, it starts this delay, and the delay goes here and turns the flips the R snore latch back. So it's like this, and it flips back. This is pretty much the same thing, just that we have this type of an R snore latch that is, you know, I showed it before. Works completely the same, just I put a bigger delay. This delay changes the output pulse. If I make this delay shorter, I get a much shorter pulse. There is a problem with these pulse extenders that, let's wait for it to turn off. If I put another pulse in, it doesn't work, because these repeaters are still powering the R snore latch and it is not able to flip around. You can see now the repeaters are turning off and it's the end of the pulse, but the repeaters are still on. They are still powering the R snore latch. So I can't start another pulse. And Etho actually researched this, and he found out a perfect way of fixing this problem, just by connecting a wire from there around to here. You can see his video on this link. It's probably a much better explanation, and you can see there is a really long pulse, because when this turns back, there is still the pulse is still coming out. So if I put another short pulse in after this pulse, oh, what has just happened? Oh, this was too short to flip the R snore latch, that's what happened. So off, new pulse, it works again in an instant. Forget about what just happened. It works. And you can also run this wire up here, not all around, because this is the same wire as that. It doesn't really matter if we connect it to that or if we connect it to this. So this is a more compact way and works the same. And then we have a pulse extender with pistons. This piston pushes the block there, and because there is a redstone torch below, this starts the delay, and then this piston pushes the block back, and the delay starts to turn off. I'll show it again. So the delay turns on and then it turns off.